Welcome to Art Stock. I'm Bill Roberts.
I'm Jennifer Boudreau.
Guess what's coming up, Jen?
What?
Halloween.
Ooh. Is it October?
It is October.
I bet it was last show too.
Did you finally decide what you're going to wear? We kind of discussed it, I believe, on our last show. But
You know what? I spent a lot of time thinking about what I find scary, and I don't think there's anything scarier than me. So I'm just going to go as myself.
well, there you go. I'm still thinking that I want to do the zombie hobbit kind of look because I think I just think it's unique. How many zombies?
Yeah, I can see you even tried it out tonight.
There'll be 5,000 Harley Quinns walking down the street. Then there'll be me.
That's true.
So I will be unique. So anything new and exciting for you coming up?
Not really, just gearing up for Halloween. This is going to be our first Halloween in the new house. So we're like unsure if there's a lot of kids in the area because there's all the new construction. What do you hand out to kids? Or are we just going to shuttle the lights off and hide?
That's right, or all the kids end up going to the mall.
Oh, right, that's a thing now. That's
So we have a lot of neat things behind us here
Yes.
because we have a guest coming up, Travis Suchuk, who's back on the show. So he's going to tell us about everything that we have on set here tonight. Who else do we have?
Well, I'm most excited to have our makeup artist, Becky Klassen, on the show. She's, does this.
Of course,
And that.
and me as well.
Yeah, she does the best that she
Yes.
can with you.
Yes.
And then we have one more guest from Spooktacular. Remember we're going?
Dana Anderson.
Yeah, we were going to go this year, but then we weren't because I'm too afraid of the dark.
Yeah.
So he brought video instead for us.
And quickly, if you want to be on the show, you can email us at artstalkedmonton@gmail.com.
Or check out our Twitter at ArtsTalkEDM.
Let's get this show underway. We'll be right back after this.
So we have a really exciting guest that I'm happy to finally get to introduce to everybody. This is Becky Klassen, my makeup artist, who turns me into this, and she does magic. I think we even have a before picture. Let's show them the before picture.
Wow, that's kind of scary.
Huh? And then, right?
Wow.
She is a magician. Becky, how long have you been doing makeup?
I've been doing makeup for 6 years, so since 2010.
Wow, that's a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it was when I first met you, Bill, and you.
That is true.
A light in the dark
Yes.
days. That's right.
Yeah,
That's true. And by the way, Becky just doesn't do Jen. She also does my makeup as well.
It's true.
So
You
know,
don't need it.
Yeah,
Not like I
well,
do.
no, I'm not here for 2 hours ahead of time like, like Jen
exactly.
is.
No, you wake up like that.
I do. So what got you into wanting to be a makeup artist?
Well, I started out as a hairstylist and working in film and TV in the area. People like you to be able to do both. So I started doing makeup, and I love it.
Awesome. It's almost like being a triple threat. Right?
Absolutely.
So
I think most people, when they're watching film and television, don't consider like how much actually goes into the hair and makeup ahead
yeah.
of time. Like you're probably one of the most important people that's out here.
Oh, for sure.
Because you make us
I
look
like
presentable.
to think so. Yeah.
do you do special effects makeup as well, or
On occasion.
On occasion, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
yeah,
Halloween's coming up.
it is.
I know.
Do you have any
Busy
tips for Bill?
season. I don't know, you're pretty scary already, Bill.
Right, because I was mentioning, I believe it was on the last show that I was looking at wanting to be like a hobbit zombie. So something kind of unique and different.
Yeah.
I don't think we can make you any more transparent than you already are. So maybe we'd have to add color. Yeah.
And what would you do with Jen for Halloween?
Oh, I don't know.
Make me look like Bill.
Yeah, and I
Give
want-
me a couple hours.
So do you have any big projects coming up, Becky, that you're working on?
Coming up? No, actually.
So there you go. If you're looking for a makeup artist, you can contact Becky.
Yeah, I'm open so far
Yeah.
for the next week.
Now-
or
Except
two.
when we have our shows.
Yeah,
On those
exactly.
days you can't have her.
That's right. So is there a difference between, say, film and television in the way that you do your makeup?
No, camera is camera. So you want to keep things matte. You want to avoid sparkles whenever you can, and wear more blush than you
Lots of
think
blush.
you would. Yeah.
Lots of blush and powder.
And don't smile while you're putting the blush
No,
on. folks.
absolutely
No,
not.
don't
smile.
do that.
No.
Becky has told me that when I'm in the makeup chair. You have to be very, very careful not to smile.
Do you do stage makeup too?
No, not
Okay,
if I don't
film.
have to.
Not if you don't have to.
Is it because it's more difficult? Is that why? Or
No,
is
it's not my style.
Okay. Now, one other quick thing too. You're into photography as well, right?
I am, yeah.
Yeah. So how's that going?
It's going really well.
Good.
Yeah, it started out as taking pictures of the makeup that I did, and it's turned into a lot
That's awesome. So again, so like I said, it's like a triple threat
Yeah.
because you do
Yeah.
hair, makeup, and you can do the photography as well.
Absolutely.
So you offer everything.
It's actually really nice. I did a photo shoot with Becky for some secret photos for my husband, which turned out fabulously.
We won't be
And
showing those on the air. This is a
it's-
family show.
Yes, that's true. But it's
Yes.
super great because she can do the hair and the makeup ahead of time, so you look the way that she wants you to look in the photos, and then she's really good at directing you into some
Yeah.
kind of
Totally.
pose. Like that's what it looks like in the photos. Yeah, it's really sexy.
So Becky, if somebody wanted to get a hold of you because they needed makeup done for a film or for television, photography, any of that type of thing, how do they get a hold of you?
You would go to my website, beautybybeck.com, and you would send me a message from there.
Awesome. Well, Becky, thanks so much for doing our makeup and making us look great
No
on Arts Talk.
problem.
Thanks for coming out here so we could do an interview with you.
Yeah, my pleasure.
We'll be right back after this. Well, Dana, there's some pretty scary stuff in that clip.
You like that?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Did you design all of that?
No. We have a lot of people working on that show all the time. Every year, it's a pretty big, lots of volunteers, lots of people putting lots of time and effort into it.
All sorts. So we have Dana Anderson with us, Artistic Director of the Capitol Theatre at Fort Edmonton.
Hello, guys.
So, Spooktacular. What's
Yes.
happening? So we've got a whole bunch of stuff coming up. It's going to be scary.
Yes, it's going to be scary. The theme this year is Penny Dreadful. So the old rags of the old days with all
Yes.
those stories of Jack the Ripper and all those kind of scary, dark, and leering stories.
And now I know you're a performer as well, improv artist. Do you perform at all during the event?
I
or-
have one special thing that we've been doing. It's a photo op where we put people in a coffin and then they take pictures of themselves and then we hammer them shut to see what it's like inside a coffin for a while.
hammer it
Oh yeah, it's a line.
shut?
It's a great photo op and people love it.
That sounds exciting. Jen, you need to try that out.
Yeah, it's, when you put the lid down and start hammering it shut, people get
And
freaked out.
Could I hammer it down?
Oh yeah.
That'd be
It's
great.
just-
We got to try
I
that.
don't like it. No.
No.
Do you have any kid-friendly scary things?
Oh, kids
like-
love that. That's yeah, that's one of their favorite things. It's one of the best photo ops. But there's all kinds of things going on at the fort all the time, and things at the hangar at Fort Edmonton. So it's geared for children the first couple of days, and then we work our way up to the scarier parts for adults.
Excellent.
I
So,
would go to the children's stuff. I think I could handle that.
The kids are
Other
pretty
than that, it'd be too scary.
so when you say scarier stuff for adults, so obviously you ramp up.
We
the
amp
whole-
it up a bit as we go, like turn the lights off in the park and then bring out the scarier things. We've the hotel is putting on a show by Catch the Keys, so it's going to be kind of like a show, The Shining in a hotel. So they'll have the rooms animated with all kinds of scary little bits and pieces. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, no, it's great. And then on October 27th, we have Joe Flaherty coming into town.
Oh, excellent.
Count Floyd's going to come and do Scary Nasty.
Oh, wow.
So that's a real treat. He came last year and it was a super success. So he loves Edmonton and loves coming back and helping us out. So,
So what is that going to look like?
well, we like to kind of do a improvised show based on the Dynasty show with lots of the Dynasty folks. And they come out, and we do a show starring Jeff Haslam and Joe Flaherty, where Jeff plays kind of a Vincent Price character, and it's how long can you stay in this mansion with these crazy characters. So it's a kind of a
That sounds like fun.
show. It is a great show.
Yeah,
It's lots and lots of fun. So it's super crazy and fun, and it'll scare the laughs right out of you.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
And the Fort is such a great venue, you know, to do these types of things in as well, right?
Oh, it's great. Sometimes the nature itself will help. It'll fog up in the valley, and the coyotes are howling in the river valley, and it gets really, really freaky.
That's perfect. So now, do you have a lot of volunteers that come out and perform during Spooktacular, for example?
Yeah. There's a great volunteer base for Fort Edmonton. It's really great that all these people do it, and we have lots of regulars that put a lot of time and effort into making it scary and enjoyable for everybody.
Well, I don't know, Jen, but I like the coffin idea, and I think we should really get out there and do that, don't you?
I'll do it if you do it.
Yeah,
That's
get a
lie.
picture
You
together.
do it first.
Well, we
you
can
do
do
it
it. We
first.
can do it together.
Yeah.
A selfie in the coffin.
I'm married,
It's
Bill.
pretty
That's
amazing.
So Dana, if people want to find out some more information about Spooktacular and Scary Nasty, how do they go about doing that?
Go to the website, fortedmontonpark.ca, and it'll have all the dates and times and different venues for where we'll be doing events for kids and amping it up for the adults.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much for coming on the show. We look forward to coming out and getting scared.
Boom!
Okay, we'll be right back after this.
Welcome back. We are so excited to have Travis Shuchuk back on the show with us. He brought some really cool props and costumes to show us just in time for Halloween, in case you're looking for some ideas. I'm going to enslave the human race with this staff later on today. Very exciting.
So Travis, last time you were on, we talked a little bit about special effects work and prop work that you do, but you were telling us off camera now that you're archiving a lot of costumes for film and that type of thing. So tell us all about it.
Absolutely. All right. Well, film has been a huge part of my life. Before I actually got into the film industry, creating those props and special effects, I collected costumes and autographs, and my family did as well. And the whole idea of this is we just think, because really in pop culture now, film is such a big part of it. And we all love film and television, so the best thing to own from that is an actual piece of it. And we want to archive and collect that, and ideally have it in a display for people in a museum sort of setting, which we've done at numerous events. And yeah, that's kind of what we got here.
How
so
do you
these
get
are
your
part of it.
hands on these pieces?
Sometimes it's from the production itself after it wraps. Sometimes they're from auctions. Sometimes they're from costume houses, prop houses, stuff like that, where they're either rented or acquired after. And sometimes they even get them from the actors or special effects artists and prop masters, everything like that after.
So just quickly, and I'm going to get you to tell us about each piece. What do you got in your hand?
Well, this is one I made, actually. This was from the TV show Fargo in season 2. And it had all the fur on it, everything. It had a head. It had we had to do guts in it. The whole thing had to be skinned and decapitated on screen. So it was quite a process. And we actually did 6 of these guys here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So tell us what you brought.
This is a costume from the movie Broken Arrow. And Christian Slater, he was just in town. And we actually got a chance to get him to autograph the piece, and he was really surprised we owned it. Coming up here to Edmonton for his first convention, and gets to see a costume he wore back in the 90s. So that was quite a cool moment.
That is cool for sure. And what do you got behind you here?
This one is an Olmec. It's from the show Defiance, and they're kind of alien-y vampire type race. And like looking at this, you can see the artwork that just went into this. It's a beautiful piece.
A lot of detail.
The design on the armor and the color and the costume and everything, it's just amazing amount of work that goes into television.
Oh, for sure. And we have a couple more over here as well.
Yeah, that one, that's from Underworld, the first film. And that was worn by Michael Sheen, that was Lucian. And if you look, there's bullet holes. He was squibbed up. And that's when they hook a little charge onto the guy and have blood squirt out.
Right.
But if you look, there's actually silver on there because he was being shot also with silver bullets by Kate Beckinsale. So, yeah.
Crazy.
Nice. And over by Jen?
That's Finnick's costume from the Hunger Games. I believe it was Catching Fire, that one. And he wore that piece throughout a big portion of the film, actually.
And a couple more pieces we have down here in front as well.
Now, the alien head there is from the TV show Falling Skies. That's from the Skidders. And I actually own a full-bodied one, and he has like 4 legs that are 6 feet long each. It's a huge creature. And Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
How do you know when you're getting pieces that they're the authentic ones from the film?
Well, you do your research, and you also buy from reputable people in general too. And yeah, you get kind of a knack for it. Absolutely. And then there's one more piece here. We've got the tank hatch, and that was actually from the movie Fury, and that was with Brad Pitt. And that was part of the actual tank that they used.
Wow.
And we've got a couple of the pieces from that tank actually, including like the metal hatch doors, which weigh a ton and everything like that. And these guys used them, and they lived in that tank for the majority of that shoot. And so
That's
it's kind
amazing.
of a cool thing to have a piece of the tank itself.
Well, Travis, thanks again. When you come on, you always bring so many neat things for us to see.
I love
This
being
is,
here.
This is just
Thanks
awesome.
for having me
Thanks so
again.
much for being on the show. Travis Suchuk, everybody. We'll be right back after this.
Another good
amazing
show.
See, we talk like we've done this for so long. So, as always, again, more stuff coming up because of Halloween.
It's an exciting month.
So we had Dana Anderson on the show talking about Spooktacular at Fort Ed. So they have a version of that show, which is adult only. So on October 28th at Fort Edmonton is the adult only show, again based along the theme of Penny Dreadfuls, which were popular literature produced during the mid-Victorian era in Britain. So if you are over 18, you can attend that one and get scared out of your wits. Also coming up, October 27th to November 13th at the Varscona Theatre is The Red King's Dream. It's a funny and inspiring show about a reclusive bibliographer who has a chance encounter with a new neighbor. Wow, you got new neighbors. Have you had any chance encounters?
Oh yes, let's not get into them. No, we have one really good neighbor, and then we have one not so great neighbor.
What do you have, Jen?
I've got a couple of fun things. If that wasn't enough for you, you should check out the Potter show at the Meyer Horowitz Theatre on October 29th and October 30th. It's featuring all 7 books of J.K. Rowling's hit series, and they're compressed into 70 minutes of nonstop fun.
Wow.
That sounds like it's going to be super busy and hilarious. And then if you still want even more, on October 29th at Norwood Legion is the Uptown Folk 20th Anniversary Concert. And they're celebrating 20 years of supporting local folk musicians. And you can hear the fantastic music of artists like Martin Kerr, Jessica Heen, Matt and Kayla Hott, and Stuart McDougall. So make sure you check those out this month.
Great artists. Yeah, Martin's great. I've known him for quite a few years.
Oh, good.
Yeah. All right.
So we had a viewer question last week.
We had a viewer question, and it was, of course, again, Halloween-based because it is Halloween. What would you like to dress up for Halloween? So if you want to go check out our Facebook page, and you can see some of the responses that we received to that question. And we have another one.
What's our question for this
The
week?
question for this week is, do you have a special talent? Because if you do, we want to see it. You can post that on the Facebook page again. So whether it's a short video of that special talent, put it on the Facebook page so we can all go and watch it.
I wonder what kind of videos we're going to get. That seems like it's going to be really fun.
Should be interesting. Well, Jen, again, if people want to get a hold of us, artstalkedmonton@gmail.com.
Check out our Facebook page, just Arts Talk, or our Twitter @ArtsTalkEDM.
Have a safe Halloween, everybody. Have fun dressing up. I'm
Play
again
safe.
Hobbit Zombie. Play safe. We'll see you next time.